Hi, my name is Trey Smith, and these are the myths and tunes we live and question and change by. Today, my discussion is acquiring minds want to pattern gnosis, taste of hell, tasting enlightenment. Change the patterns to get the gist of what you wanted in it. Just in the time when I thought I had it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. 'Cause these children that you spit on are immune to your consultations. 'Cause they're quite aware that they're going through changes. Turn and face the strain of changing. Pretty soon this flesh suit is gonna get older. Change. Turn and face the strain of changing. No, I'm not afraid. I got a few friends out there to learn and teach with. 'Cause time may change me. But I got trace time. I said that time may change me. But there's truly no such thing as time when I'm free. Do 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 do. Now. No. So did you get stuck in your habits and you want to acquire how to use to change your mind pattern into gnosis or wisdom or respectful ways? Well, if you got the courage and the guts and you lost your job, your house, you're ready, got a little money or a thumb and a lot of courage and faith and peace and self-respect, travel. So replacing your bodily, mental, physical patterns that are disrespectful or harmful or suicidal or that kill your body or soul with respectful patterns takes a lot of work and practice, and it's different for everyone, and I can't explain it to you or do it for you, but when you learn some of your blueprint or what you want to do with this life, follow your real spirit guides, the ones that are harmless and respectful, admitting and realizing Christ is within. Again, the gnosis is an extremely important key, central key. Christos in your heart is the reality. Okay? It's the key to healing, creating, and acquiring good patterns. Why is that? Because when you know the true divine mother, father, goddess, grace, loving creator is within, then you do not need to harm yourself. Or you realize also that since the Almighty is within you, why do you want to eat GMOs? Why do you want to be a narcissist? Why do you want to abuse others? And you realize it's really, truly pathetic when you let the oneness into all of your chakras and your multidimensional selves. You won't want to do that, okay? You want to have respect, right? So that's part of your awakening. So, increasing the positive, right? Learning to make your patterns positive and healthy. Admitting the reptilians are in your mind. I mean, everyone, all these, even these people in the scientism death cult, even if they're on the surface pedestrian level and they don't know they're a Satanist, unbeknownst, they'll still admit we have this thing called the reptilian brain and the mammal brain, right? So the mammal brain is supposedly more nurturing, right, and able to discern how to have faith to be nurturing and chill. Whereas the reptilian brain is never chill. It's always fight or flight, afraid. And this is obviously how the MK Ultra programs and the grand 2020 finale of the attempted Nazi takeover of planet Earth was played out, right, through the reptilian brain. So we have to admit the powers that they have if we're not aware. Okay, then thereby admitting it, then we can learn to recognize these thoughts that are separation and hierarchical as alien. Okay, no understanding how they use the reptilian brain to control you through the use of your ego, your fear, your guilt, and the need to physically survive or reproduce, or the belief in rent, and all through fear again, all through the fear of death. This is how it's always done. Choose again. Choose wisely. Choose respectfully. Replace, recognize these thoughts as alien, because the original Christos founder race would have had enough faith, as I myself. This is the reason why I feel compelled to teach this. I've survived. I've given up alcohol. I've given up sugar. I've learned to respect my body. So I feel like it's an appropriate thing that I could share here. So when you start to, and this is something I've worked on more recently, obviously the last couple of years, recognizing those as aliens, as shadows, as not the real you, replace those thoughts and deeds with thoughts that are respectful of the pure truth. Physically, work your narcissistic relations and friends, at your job, your mom, your parents, your best friend, your siblings, your children. You got to allow them space. Don't let them manipulate you. This is what a lot of my videos have been about. However, realize that if you reproduce with them, or they're your mom, your brother, someone you were in love with in the first part of your life, if they're willing to evolve with you, if they're willing to learn respect and discernment, discipline, to evolve out of this reptile behavior, then, they can be a part of your life more, right? So there's a lot of psychologists on YouTube who will teach you how to do that type of work, to learn boundaries with them, and when they're kind of, depending on how much they're willing to heal. However, when you learn to establish those boundaries and respect for yourself, you start to meet new people who are respectful. You create a new respectful place, even if you, like, say in this case, you don't leave Santa Cruz, you don't leave the tent. Eventually, when I reframe my relationship with material abundance and 3D abundance, say like putting the PayPal on here, I'll start to reframe this picture, right? It's all about, again, this is all about reframing in a healthy way. So creating a new respectful place within and without yourself. How will you earn capital in the 5D, fifth dimensional reality? Or will you even need money because it's all collective or barter? What if it's all barter, What will you trade? So beliefs are patterns. You have to move them to the cliche, thinking outside of the box. You leave your beliefs in the box, you're going to get fooled and flunked out. You're going to flunk out, okay? It's just obvious. You tat till it's all us. Learning to work towards good awakening, okay? Remember what Mark Passio said, the aggregate. Okay, the reason why I like to work on YouTube is if I do a really good job, I can affect more numbers, like 2, 3, 4, 500 people might become more respectful. So if I'm doing a really good job. So when you become aware of your fifth dimensional essence and become bilocational, multidimensional, even a tiny bit like me, you can start to realize how to do the opposite of what KS and BG and the WHO said they were going to be, all altruistic to respect and help everyone out. and they were really thinking about their greed and their reptilian masters and taking over in a Nazi scam. No, you can be 0% narcissistic, 0% manipulative, 100% altruistic, self-respectful, and respectful to everyone else, at least a little bit, when you begin to discern what your blueprint, your true role for this life was. If you're an indigo child, then to help as many people as you can, to respect, okay? So, realize that narcissistic people that have, or people that have the narcissistic astral parasite, demon, psychopathic entity, warons are psychopaths, borderlines, and realize that the Nazis and the aliens, they're not going to give up. They're always going to be in your subconscious if you allow them to be. And it's your job to learn to discern the difference between the truth and the fake that they project in your mind. Okay? That's what I keep saying. And you have the power to change your patterns if you so discern. And again, if you're an indigo like me, you might decide you need to teach oneness to all as much as you can. Try to help everyone. And if that is your life path or part of your goal, we have a lot of job openings. We have as many job openings as there are those of you listening who want to take it upon you to spread oneness. Join my organization route to the re-one-ment of the outer urban terrestrial exterior. If those of you who do that, who share oneness vibes where you go, where there's concrete, you're already in it. It's like Alcoholics Anonymous, non-hierarchical. I started it, but no one's in charge. Okay? Is it my karma to give, to balance out all I've received in talents and money? Yes. But I'm going to set up a PayPal and donate. Give me some money electronically if you want, because I'm moving into abundance. You're moving into abundance. My 4 students, my 43 subscribers, and my possible 430 visitors, we're going to become 4,000, 40,000 when we reclaim our connection to abundance and discernment, and letting go of this mind control that Santos was putting out forth through that, maybe he was mistaken, honestly mistaken, through the manipulation of the idea of, of successful. Well, it's good to be abundant. It's good to be able to help as many people as possible, a success in your endeavors. Now, to join the Rainmaker, as I said before, YouTube was invented a couple years out after I came out to California to live out my musical dream and become a healer. So here I am, okay? And I've got to work more on putting the music up. So, you can lead horses to water, but only those of you who have the discernment are going to be able to understand and take these teachings upon yourself to learn, to have the Gnosis, to discern why and how, and your pattern. It's so important to control your thoughts and make them respectful and loving. And what a joy it is to awaken into the 5th dimension in the year supposed 223 years after Yeshua. And me, who am I? This dude, boy, man in a tent. I am the opposite of Alex Jones. I'm not saying things so compelling to shock you, to terrify you. I am not from a wealthy, super wealthy family. I'm not a dentist's son. I've got really gnarly teeth that need to get fixed. I am in supposedly financial poverty, but I am super abundant in the spirit. I have enough faith to broadcast from a tent, okay? I don't have a wife or a massive following. I am calm because of my faith, okay? I love Alex Jones, but I am a hermit moving out of my hermit electronically. How about that for 2023? I am ignored because I am teaching harmlessness. I am not harsh at all. I like to remain. I like to not yell. I've yelled a tiny bit. I like having a small audience of 4 if you're really listening. And very few people are willing to do the Gnostic shadow work I tell you about that we all have to do to get on into the fifth dimension. If you like this, subscribe, and peace and love to you, my family.